Aloha, friends. It is Emmy, your friendly neighborhood yogi. My niece Zoe is joining me today. We are doing archetype cards at her request, and I just absolutely love the conversation that came out of this, and I hope that you do as well. Stay tuned and subscribe for more.
Basically everything, negative, positive areas. The tarot cards kind of just almost reveal your future, or at least in the...
Yeah, it gives you an idea of the energy that you're dealing with and how you can redirect that energy. So they both help you in that sense.
Mm-hmm.
They both help with figuring out where might I be a little bit off right now and how could I shift. So generally when we do tarot cards, we pull more than one, right?
Yep.
Because we get multiple energies.
Yep.
And here with the archetypes,
it's
get so much information.
So we have to pull one.
Yeah, because it helps us just take more time to think about it.
Kiki, why is Kiki always so soft?
Oh, her fur is so soft.
Yeah, that's
she has 3 layers of fur. Goodness,
I'm not.
I know, right?
I'm not gonna. Hey, don't worry. No dogs will be harmed in the process.
Yeah, no dogs will be harmed. Just loved.
And some sheep may be sheared.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to crack out some jokes here.
I like your jokes.
Oh yeah, here's the example you showed me. The empty room.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we pulled that one before.
Yeah, that was like a chess card almost.
Mm-hmm. I was trying to figure out how many archetypes there were, but I don't read Roman numerals very well.
I have a dictionary at home that actually shows me all the different Roman numerals, and there was even a brain pop about it.
Malachi. No, sir.
No, not right now, Malachi, but later, okay? Alright.
Good job.
Alright, so both the areas are shuffled. Alright, so first I'll pull one for you.
Okay.
Your card is the Unseen.
Ooh.
That one sounds really cool.
Ooh, I'm gonna take this right up to the camera.
The Unseen. It looks like an eye in camouflage. Here, let me look at the Unseen. Here we go, the Unseen. The Unseen is just as it sounds. We cannot see it, yet it sees us, watching and waiting with wisdom, both kind and instructive. We feel this presence, sense it, intuit it, and then doubt its existence. The rallies our attention time and time again. The energy of the Unseen may come in many forms: a compelling dream, a sudden insight, a clear voice, a vision or message from a loved one who has passed to the other side. It is natural to fear these communications as they challenge our perception of what is real. When this card appears, your guides are near. The eternal is present. The doorway between worlds is ajar. Listen, the sounds may seem as though they come from a distant land, but they call from your innermost chambers. When light, it's clairvoyant, guidance, whispers of wisdom. When it's dark looming energy, unwillingness to forgive.
Ooh.
And the Go Deeper, King Hamlet, the Three Fates, the Shining.
Ooh, so what does that mean to you?
Kind of means when it's like light, it's like someone who wants to help me, wants to guide me through my paths. But when it's dark, they want to lead me on the wrong path. Think of it like the Pilgrim's Progress. When they passed through the Devil's Path, like trying to travel, instead of going against the wall, they went out to the field. Yeah, people are going to trick them, or those people are going to trick them into taking the wrong path, so they can mislead them to somewhere else.
Right, but it was more clear that way, right? And sometimes it can be scary to go into the unseen because we can't see, right? But we have to trust what?
Our gut says. Or
our intuition.
Says.
Yeah. And as long as we're checking in with ourselves and thinking, where's my anxiety? What am I nervous about? What can I control?
What can I not control? What can I use my control ability to try and help the uncontrolled?
Exactly. And that's what this reminds us of, that there's always unseen energies around us, and we get to tap into the negative by being scared and turning inward, or by recognizing this situation might bring me into something better.
And give all positive energy.
Right.
Exactly. The positive side. Being graced by the unseen is a gift. Treat it kindly. Allow yourself to be seen by eternal eyes. And then the dark. Guidance comes in many forms. Don't expect it to be glittery or comfortable. The spirit world speaks to the truth, but sometimes it soothes, and sometimes it burns and hurts.
Yeah, so if you think about it like this, you know, not everything in life is comfortable, right? Like, what about your parents' divorce?
Yeah, I had to suffer nearly 2 years of that.
Yes,
pain.
That's very difficult, and maybe you are going through an unseen time. You didn't see the end, right? And it's okay that not all the time there was positive energy coming out, because no one expects that of you, right? You have, like, we all have positive and negative inside of us. And so, you know, when we recognize that, oh, this trial was really hard and I didn't know how that was going to work out, but I'm still here and I'm stronger because I went through that trial. And you know that God or the universe is always there to support you.
Yeah.
I know you're reading from me, but I kind of just,
yeah.
I didn't mean to put it on you.
It's all right. It's all right. Either way, you sound very wise. I'm glad to have you as an aunt.
I'm glad to have you as a niece. I love you very much.
My card now.
Okay.
The shaman.
The shaman.
The shaman.
That's such a good card for you.
It even has like a diamond and astral aspect to it.
Yes. Oh, I'm so excited about this. Do you know what a shaman is?
A shaman is like someone who reads the stars. So basically like almost astrologers.
They're like a spiritual leader.
I think of shamans as like, I think of shamans from the Bible. Have you heard of the time when Daniel read out Nebuchadnezzar's dream? All the other astrologers were basically fake shamans.
Yes.
Connections with the Bible helps my brain think clearly.
You're right there. You got it.
Okay, let's see.
Your card is number 16.
Okay, that's number 9. 18,
Oh, you're...
17. There we go. The 3
archetypal.
Thank you. Archetypal ingredients constitute the shaman, and all must be present in order to reveal its magic. First, the shaman is activated by the long-standing and diligent study, the mentor. Second, its orientation is generously and accurately aimed towards the healing of the self, the other, and the culture, the healer. And third, the shaman has a knack for finding doorways to the other world, allowing psychic visions and psychic visions and old magic to leak into this world, the unseen.
What? We're connected.
I think it was almost like twins, almost.
Yes. We share a lot of DNA.
In this way, the shaman is a master who bridges the everyday and the sacred, revealing potent power needed desperately in our time. Yet where there is power, there is shadow, so the shaman must be vigilant in studying their darkness. This card reminds us that the force of healing is ultimately not our own. We must shape it and share it with the world. When it's light, fearless student, and practitioner.
Look at you, practitioner.
I don't know how to read some of these words.
It's okay, they're big words.
And then dark, overpromises, blames, hurts myself and others.
Ooh, how do you feel like that? This is such a good card for you, Zoe. I can't even tell you. But like, how do you feel like that resonates in your life?
Well, the fearless student is like me getting good grades every single year in like regular school.
But what about the stuff that you study outside of school? Because you have a lot of interests that you study outside of school as well.
I study some like new. I guess I study and explore some new songs I've never heard before.
And even some of the spiritual stuff that you look at on YouTube and the YouTubers that you pay attention to, a lot of that is educational. And so how do you feel like some of them encourage you to be light, or some of them might encourage you to be dark?
Sometimes I actually read a book. So this is like an example of what happens to me whenever I read like a book that it almost makes me feel like I'm connected to it. It makes me blame myself or hurt myself. Just by reading it further, I'm like, I want to put it down, but I can't. It's like it's connected to me in some sort of way. And over promises. I make too many promises to myself sometimes. I can't even keep up with all of them, so I have to break those promises to make room for more.
And that's okay. That's normal life. You know, I make a lot of promises to myself too, and every day I have to ask myself, do I really feel that way today? Is that a promise that I need to keep to myself today? Because sometimes we make promises to ourselves that actually over time hurt ourselves. So for example, making a promise to, like, say we have a bad interaction with a friend, okay? And then we make a promise that I'm never going to rely on someone ever again. Well, the fact of the matter is we need to rely on people, you know, like we need to have a community. So sometimes we can make promises to ourselves, or we'll make a promise to ourselves like I'm going to exercise every day, or I'm going to eat this way every day. And if we hold ourselves accountable to that, even when we don't feel like it, sometimes that can hurt us, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes we need to give ourselves grace and recognize, hey, I've been eating very well for the past few days, and if I want to indulge in a cookie, or if I want to have a special treat, that's okay, because balance is important.
Yeah.
So there's nothing that's always right or always wrong.
There's always a balance between right and wrong, or in this case, light and dark. And then the go deeper.
Okay.
Read The Black Elk Speaks and Michael Tucker's Dreaming with Eyes Open.
That sounds like a really interesting book, Dreaming with Eyes Open.
Honestly, thanks to my big imagination, I see things in my imagination that makes me feel like I'm dreaming, but I'm actually in real life, and it seems really real.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's a gift.
It is a gift.
But sometimes it's a curse because I see things that I really don't like and make me feel scared at times. Okay, so the light part. Contrary to popular belief, the shaman archetype appears in every vocation. Teachers, directors, surgeons, politicians, and poets are just a few faces a shaman may wear. I'm definitely maybe like, I guess, a poet almost. I have a bunch of teachers. That kind of fit in the shaman, maybe. The shaman can't be rushed. Working with this archetype requires study and perseverance. Think of it like brinning, or brining, or marinating. The content must permeate every fiber of its being.
Right. So when you're making steak or you're making like a roast, you might want to put it in a brine, which is like salt water typically, or like pickle juice.
Basically, so my dad actually has like this something called a sous vide. Although he has to place the meat in plastic bags, the sous vide kind of like cooks the meat.
Yes, exactly.
Think of it like that?
Yes, so it's kind of like a slow absorption. It takes a while. Right. So you see there's 3. It takes diligent study, focusing on self-healing, and then bringing that healed self to the other people around us,
the
right?
psychic visions.
Right, exactly. So you already are incredibly gifted naturally as a shaman. You have the psychic visions, but recognizing that it's a gift that you'll develop and continue developing your whole life. So sometimes you may be operating on the dark side, and it's good to remember what practices can I do, what YouTubers can I watch to bring me to the light side, what songs can I listen to change my mood and help me get out of this funk, etc., etc. But sometimes we also need to sit with the darkness
and kind of, I guess, talk to it.
Yes, sometimes we have to cry.
Sometimes it's always okay to cry.
Yes, it really is. Crying actually releases toxic emotions.
Yep.
I'm so proud of you, Zoe.
And one more thing, this is kind of relating to the song Blood, Sweat, and Tears. Hard work and diligence will always get you there someday.
That's very true. Thank you for sharing that.
Alright guys, that's all for today.
Thank you for doing our archetype reading, Zoe.
You're welcome.
Mwah. And thank you for mostly behaving.